Football has changed massively over the years, and certain archetypes are always gonna stick with us, the ones that made us fall in love with football. You see, in modern football, most players are copy and paste. They all have the same type of play styles. Number 10s that aren't really number 10s, wingers that are just GA merchants. We got a bunch of players that have similar play styles that are thriving right now. But let's talk about play styles that are extinct in football, the ones that modern football is done with. Number 1, the classic number 10. The classic number 10 is often
the classic number 10 is gone. In this era, we don't even see number 10s anymore. The closest thing we see to number 10s, the wingers. The wingers are much more important to the team, whereas back in the day, the number 10s were the most important players in the team, you know. So back in the day, these 10s were the guys who had a lot of imagination, the guys who would come up with opportunities out of nothing, you know, create spaces for your teammates, play through balls other people don't see, sometimes even scoring the goals yourself. But nowadays, it's the wing forwards, basically, that do all those things, because the wingers are now expected to get most of the goals, to a point where even center forwards, like your guys who stay in the box, are becoming extinct as well. All the goals are spread out wide. It's not the same game anymore. But yeah, the number 10s are gone. And this used to be my favorite type of players. They were just so entertaining to watch. These were the guys that made football special. This was your Lionel Messi's back in the day when he used to play a false 9, which in a way is similar to a number 10, or your Neymars, your Ozils, Di Marias, Aston Villa Jack Grealish. You know, these players were special. But now, because the game is much more focused on systems and getting the most for your wingers, it's just not the same anymore.
Described as the soul of the football team. This is a player who doesn't just play the game but understands it on a deeper level. His movement is subtle, his touch is soft, and his decision making feels effortless. I am glazing the hell out of this position right now.
This position
Fans
was
admire
elite.
the number 10 because he plays with personality and freedom. He represents creativity, intelligence, and confidence. This is the player that kids want to be when they play in the park. Ain't nobody trying to play like Bruno Fernandes in the park. We are all
Facts. This is 100% facts. How can you be a kid and pretend to be Bruno Fernandes? Like, how does that even look? Do you just spam the ball all the time? If you keep spamming, eventually your teammates don't even want to play with you. And if you going to trials and trying to join a professional football club, if you play like Bruno, you are definitely not going to make it as a footballer, because the Bruno thing, they allow him to do all that, you know, and you're not going to get that much special treatment from a lower level coach or the early stages of your career. So I 100% agree with him. Even the kids, man. No one is thinking about Bruno Fernandes. How does that even look? Bruno Fernandes can't even dribble, man. It's just spamming and shooting. That's it. That's all it is.
trying to play like Lionel Messi, Mesut Ozil, Kaká. Those are players that we fell in love watching football.
Ballers.
Watching a true number 10 is satisfying because his impact isn't obvious on the stat sheets. He is usually the pass before the assist. But you see, modern football has made life very hard for the classic number 10. The game is faster, more intense, and more structured than ever.
And now that position is seen as a luxury position. That's what people say, because the game is much more intense, you know. The game is much more focused on physicality, endurance. And most of the time, the players with the brains, they're not the fittest players. They are much more focused on the mental side of the game. They see things other people don't see. But when they don't have the ball, most of the time they don't contribute in defending. It's just so sad. It's sad. I honestly wish this position could come back, because if this position comes back, football will be much more enjoyable again. Seeing people like Cherky having freedom, you know, not focusing on defense. But the game is never going to go back to that. It's what it is now, to a point where we have to learn how to enjoy watching people slide tackle, falling on the ground, the ball constantly being in the air, Jude Bellingham doing his one knee dribble. You know, all these things are now the entertaining factors in football now.
Teams are pressing higher than Sadio Mane's hairline. Transitions are happening in seconds, and every player is expected to contribute defensively. And
100%.
that is the problem. You think a player
Arsenal,
like Mesut Ozil
Mikel
cares
Arteta.
about defense?
When Arsenal lose the ball, Mikel Arteta's first instinct is to run back. They don't even press anymore. They first make sure everyone is behind the ball and they slowly creep up. It's just so boring. It's boring to watch. Low risk football. Safety first in every aspect of the game. It's basically ruining the imaginative side of the game. There's no freedom to think for yourself.
Defensive work. You think this man cares about tracking back? He could care less. And against a well-organized team, this can be fatal. Coaches also don't want to build their entire system around one player, especially if the player does not offer defensive balance and goals. Yes, modern number 10s are expected to score goals nowadays. It ain't no more about the assist. It ain't no more about the pass before the assist. It's all about goals. Goals are now the main currency in football. Bruno Fernandes, Jude Bellingham, Cole Palmer, Rafinha. These guys play.
Is Jude Bellingham even a 10? Let's be honest with ourselves, guys. Is Jude Bellingham even a 10? How can you be a 10 and you can't trap the ball? When I edit this video, I'll try and find a video of Jude Bellingham training with the England guys. Like the way he controls the football, it's horrible. It's so gag to see, man. It's bad. But like, this is what the modern era considers a number 10. And why is that the case? It's all because of the deep runs, the late runs in the box where he gets a tap in and people are like, oh, Jude Bellingham carried Real Madrid. Like, what? What are you saying? Since the beginning of time, Real Madrid has never been carried. Real Madrid is the one football club that has always had special players. They work as a team. Yeah, they might not be fun to watch from time to time, but they are a team that has superstars. No one carries that team. But for some reason, when you speak to people about that, it's always, oh, Jude Bellingham, he carried Real Madrid. But then you watch him play, he always has one knee on the ground. Like, come on, guys. This Hey, a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this one, but it's true. Like, we don't enjoy watching this. This is gag.
The number 10, but their main objective is to score goals. The only quote-unquote classic number 10s we got left in football right now is Musiala and Turkey. Those two are a dying breed.
Even Yamal, I know he plays on the wing, but I would consider him as a 10 because he just has the imagination, the freedom. This is why I love Yamal so much, even though he plays for a club I hate so much, Barcelona. But he is exactly what we need in football, man.
Number 2, the dribble first winger. The dribble first winger brings excitement to football. This player,
the dribble first wingers. Okay, Yamal falls in this group, but yeah, I agree with you. They're also dying, man. The wingers now are, I know they're horrible to watch, man. Now, players like Saka are made to entertain us. How can this left back entertain us, guys? How can a left back entertain us? Why are we looking at a left back? Why are we looking at the black James Milner to entertain us? Come on, man. It's sad. It's honestly sad.
Lives for the 1v1 situations. He is a 1v1 demon. He wants the ball out wide, wants the defender in front of him, and believes he can beat anyone with his skill. His game is built on confidence, speed, and skill. Players like Ronaldinho. You think if Ronaldinho played in this era, he would care about tracking back?
If Ronaldinho played in this era, he was not going to start for anyone. Which is crazy to say. I feel like I'm being very disrespectful right now, but it's the truth. Imagine Arteta having Ronaldinho in his squad. This guy would have been gone. He would have been gone. Arteta was gonna sell this guy. He would have been in Brazil by now. Ronaldinho was never gonna start over Saka. Why? Because Saka tracks back. Saka is a guy who helps out defensively. He's physical. He's safe. He doesn't take risks. All these things. And that's not what makes football entertaining. You know, this is part of the problem on why football is dying. It's such decisions, such coaches that are killing the game.
Or playing 1-2 with the underlapping fullback. You think he cares about the triangles with the midfielder and the striker playing at a 45-degree angle? You think he cares about all that tactical nonsense? No. All he cares about is looking at his man 1v1 and making him touch all fours. That's all he cares about. Skills and creating chances. That's it. There is something special about a winger who isn't afraid to fail. Nowadays, we got a bunch of wingers who are afraid to fail. He will try tricks, take risks, and keep attacking even after losing the ball. That mentality is rare and vulnerable. Also, that's why we love those type of players. Fans love those type of players. They remind them of street football, where the creativity matters.
Guys, these clips are irritating me. They are honestly making me sad. Like, I'm seeing so much sorcery. We used to live in an era where this was normal. We used to see this every week. The Premier League used to be so much fun to watch. Now, it's dying. It's honestly dying. And it's so sad, man. It hurts. It hurts. Even La Liga. La Liga used to be so much fun to watch. Even maybe 3 years ago, La Liga was fun to watch, but now it's turning into something I don't recognize anymore. The games are dying. The wingers have no imagination. The players have no freedom. It's just tactics. It's almost as if the coaches are the main characters now. Whatever philosophy or whatever they have in their heads, that has to be the team's way of thinking. No one has the right to think for themselves. It's irritating.
Matters more than the structure, and enjoyment comes before the result.
Just look at this.
However, the weakness for the dribble first
players don't even shoot long ranges anymore. When you see a long range, it's so rare. We celebrate it like it's the best thing we've ever seen in football, but that used to be a normal Saturday. People like Oscar would hit it top bins, and it was normal.
Fingers are impossible to ignore in modern football. Defensive work is a huge issue. When he doesn't track back, his fullback is left exposed. I would hate to play behind Ronaldinho. If you play behind Ronaldinho, get ready to learn slavery hours, buddy, because all you're doing is slavery hours on the pitch. You are getting no help from Ronaldinho. You are getting double teamed, triple teamed every single time. Defensively, you are not getting helped. Also, another thing about the dribble first winger is that they aren't the best in terms of GA. We live in a world where GA matters more than anything. Someone like Eden Hazard, he is one of the best wingers to ever touch the ball. But if you look at his GA, it doesn't speak like it. Matter of fact.
And because of GA, he's now in conversations with Mo Salah. Why do we keep comparing Mo Salah to this genius right here? This genius right here is a different kind of breed. He's so special. People who've watched him know exactly what I'm talking about. You can't put what you saw on spreadsheets. It's something you had to experience for yourself. The kids of nowadays don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm probably sounding very crazy when I say these things, but it's true. Mo Salah is the trapezium feet, man. This brother can't control a football. He can't dribble. And when he tries like a Travella, he has to try it so many times. And the one time it works, that will be the highlight. They will tell you, oh, Mo Salah did a Travella assist. Oh, I'm like, yeah, but after 12 attempts. And when I say something like that, I sound like a hater, but it's the truth. I watched the game. I saw him try it over and over. It's the same critique I have for Bruno. He's not a good assister. He's not a good passer. He's just spamming. He's going crazy. Hey, whatever.
To get this, Eden Hazard has scored a whopping 10 goals in the UCL. Martinelli has 9.
10 goals in the UCL. Martinelli has 9. What do I even say to such a comment? Like, what can I say? I can't defend Hazard when it comes to stats. I can't. Because everyone is better than Hazard, I guess. But when you know the truth, you know the truth.
9! So as you can see, this is why modern football is done with the dribble first winger. It's because they don't provide goals. Goals are today's currency. Modern football likes wingers that try hard for goals, like Mo Salah. Mo Salah is a certified tryhard when it comes to goals. And number 3, the defender first fullback. The defender first fullback is a symbol of reliability. This
defender first fullbacks, yeah, they are dying out. I'll be honest, they are. Because nowadays, as a defender, especially a center back, we start looking at different qualities in your game. We need ball playing center backs. We need center backs that can switch play either side. We need center backs that can play a high line, that have a lot of pace to recover from the high line in case the opposition go through. It's honestly too much. The game is different. Being a kid in today's era and trying to be a footballer, it's so different than what it was just a few years ago, maybe 10 years ago. It's completely different, because back in the day it was more of a position specialist thing. You're the best center back, you play at center back. You're the best dribbler or something, you play wing. You have a lot of imagination, you see things, you see passes, you play the 10. But now it's not even about specialists, it's more about the tactics, the system. That's the word I'm looking for, the system. You can be the worst footballer we've ever seen, but if you fit the system, you will start week in, week out. It doesn't matter if there's a player on the bench who is 10 times better than you. If he doesn't fit the system, if he doesn't follow every single instruction the coach puts out for him, then you'll never see him start for the team. He's gone. He's basically a rumor at this point.
Is a player who knows his role and sticks to it. His priority is simple: stop the winger. That's it. Not to go forward, not to play 1-2, not to go into the midfield and do all that yada yada nonsense. No. His game is simple: defend the net behind him. In big games, especially during knockout matches, coaches love this type of fullback because he brings calmness and security. He's not gonna attack. He's just gonna focus on the defensive parts, not the woke nonsense we see nowadays. Now, saying all that, the reason why modern football is done with this playstyle is because modern football asks way too much from fullbacks nowadays. In today's world, fullbacks are expected to overlap, create
The fitness you need in today's era of football, it's ridiculous. You almost have to be a superhero at this point. That's why I keep telling people, if your child wants to become a footballer, the last thing you give your child is a football. Like, that's the last thing that kid should touch. This kid should be in the gym focusing on their strength. I know sometimes, okay, not sometimes, genetics play a huge role, but you have to make sure your kid has a strong physical presence, and you have to make sure they're fast and fit at the same time. They can run for 2 days straight without getting tired. That's what you need. And then once you've completed all those things, then you give him a football at 19. Okay, 19 is too late, but maybe, I don't know, 14 or 15. That's when he can focus on his play style with the football. But that's irrelevant at this point because the coaches don't give a damn about creativity. As long as you do the basics well and you're super fit, you're a high asset in this game.
Chances, invert into the midfield, help control possession, yada 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 yada. Someone like Gary Neville would have a heart attack hearing half of that. A defender first fullback has limits, and with those limits he can limit the team going forward because he offers little to no threat attacking wise. Opponents may even ignore him during build-up. Someone like Wan-Bissaka, defensive wise, he's a demon. Attacking wise, ain't nobody looking his way. Nobody is pressing him. Everyone is playing off of him. With a defender first fullback, it can make a team predictable and easier to defend against attacking wise. While his defensive ability is crazy, it can also clash with the attacking demands of the modern game.